It's about 10 minutes walk from here, and it's both an office and a training center, and all of these people are also training in that place, and we were able to get some support to buy laptops, and as many as 25 people or sometimes 30 people can take the course at the same time. So here it's about the web development. We are not only doing the Microsoft Office and Windows, we also have a web development course as well, which we do with McDaniel College. It's an American college that is here in Budapest. And those who finished the Microsoft Office program move on to the web development, which is kind of advanced, and that has been helping many of them. So, okay, here they are doing the web development course. We do a kind of entrance exam, and those who succeed in that entrance exam go on to take the course. And after that, we connect them to companies that would employ them. So this is part of the web development course that's going on still. Yeah, let me talk about this One Seat project. We saw that so many refugees and migrants who do not have opportunity to go to university, but they are quite brilliant and qualified to go for a degree, but they just can't because they cannot afford. So at one point it came to my mind to just go into the university campus and talk to the dean of any of the faculties and ask how we can get refugees enrolled. And the first university I went to was Budapest Technical University. And the professor I met there, the dean for informatics, is called Lewandowski Janos. He was surprised the first day I met him, and I requested, the reason I'm there was to ask him to give at least one refugee or migrant a chance to study at the university. Though it was a strange request, as he also mentioned, but I kept it up. I kept disturbing him for over 3 months. I kept asking for that he should give it a trial. And at a point, he took my case to the school university committee, and finally they decided that, okay, they're going to give one chance to any refugee who is qualified to study at Budapest Technical University. And he called me and told me it was a surprise when this happened, because it never happened before. So we took a couple of refugees to do entrance exam, and one of them passed, and he's doing software engineering now. And with that motivation, I went to another university called ETE and asked also for computer science for any refugee or migrant. And the dean, fortunately, was as kind of the former dean from the previous university, and said, okay, if any of them is qualified, why not? They will give a chance, because it's about equal opportunity. They would like to offer a chance for refugee as well. And yeah, fortunately, one refugee was able to get into doing computer science. So with that, I called this project One Seat Project, because we were always asking for one seat from each of the universities. And today, some refugees are enjoying the One Seat. So these are English courses. We have different languages, because we are reaching out to companies in Hungary to employ refugees and migrants, and find out what they need to employ these refugees, because many of them are unskilled. So first we need to know what the companies need, so we can train these refugees and migrants and help them to improve their employability. So it turned out that languages are important in the labor market these days, and they ask for German, and they ask for French, Spanish. Few of them spoke these languages, and they said, you know, the best thing is to start training people in these languages, since the companies need it. And right now we have different languages, including, of course, Hungarian and German, French, English. We are about starting Spanish and Chinese as well, since the companies are asking for those languages. And with all of this, we work with volunteers, great volunteers who we have been relying on, and they're doing a great job. We also have partners like the British Council, many students from Andras University, it's a German university in Budapest. So even right here, CEU is also a partner because they provide space for us to offer some of the courses, because our office is full of different activities, so we don't have enough space. So we are doing some of these languages here. And it's working really well. And most of the people who got the computer skills and do the language courses are getting jobs and coming back to us to thank us and appreciate what we have done for them. So this is the German, English, and but the beginners. There are so many refugees who don't know how to write in English at all. So for that reason, we have both beginner and intermediate for these languages. So here we have child care program, because most of these refugee women, they always want to work in kindergarten. Most of them love children and taking care of children, but they don't have skills and the certificate they need. So that was one of the projects we applied for to the European Union and got support to train 20 women, refugee and migrants, for child care. And actually many of them they just finished the course, and many of them said to us that they want to start their own daycare instead of going to work. And we gave them training on how to start business and run business as well. That's part of that course. We have driving course. This is the first time this course is taking place in Hungary, and as far as I know, most European countries I heard about, they never did this course before. You know that driving license is a kind of official paper. If you go for an interview, they ask you about driver's license. You go to the bank, they ask you about driver's license. I also had friends of mine who couldn't get a job they wanted to get because they had no driver's license. And at a point I decided it's worth trying this out to get money to send people, because many of them, including myself, will not be able to afford driver's license in Hungary. It's very expensive. So we applied to the European Union Integration Fund to get some money to apply. I was afraid in the beginning because it's completely new and thought we were not going to succeed. But finally we succeeded in getting the fund, and there are 30 migrants and refugees who are going to driving school. And many of them told me they would like to be truck drivers actually. They're not going to have this B category, which is leisure cars. They want to be truck drivers and get a job, or bus drivers. So in the last project we applied for, I put in for C category, if you know, that is for trucks. And we just had last week that was successful as well. So we are going to start to recruit refugees and migrants to go for C category. I mean, our whole goal is to get people trained to get the skills they need to work. It's also important because I believe that, and with my colleagues, that if these people are not engaged, they might go astray, they might get involved in crimes, because they have to find a way to live, of course. They should survive. So if they don't have skills, it's difficult to get a job. So if there is a possibility of getting the skills, you do it. I came to Hungary with no skills at all, because I had no opportunity in my place as well. So when I came here and saw that such opportunities were difficult, I decided to work hard through this organization to make these opportunities available, which they are happily enjoying these days. We have testimonials from those who completed in the past, and most of them are working in different companies. Actually, we have about 5 different companies that are accepting people from our organization, depending on the computer and language skills they have gained. And it's also important to mention that some of those refugees who went through these trainings, they are coming back to help the new ones, actually, to train them and to teach. We have also many of them as mentors now. They are mentoring the new refugees at the organization. So it's a great thing for us. So this is how we do our work. It's a kind of, we call it common strategy. We work directly with refugees, get in touch and ask what way we can help them, apart from my own experience as a former refugee. But these ones, I try to reach out and ask what they need. Actually, what we help them, what do they think we help them, and what skills do they have? Not all the refugees came here unskilled, so some of them had skills. How can we improve that skill to European standards so they can get a job? So we work with them directly. We also work with other NGOs in Budapest, and we also work with authorities. And I know that the first computer center we set up in refugee camp, the authorities gave us the space, so we cannot work without them, and we don't work against them, because if we want to remain and do the important work we are doing for refugees, we have to somehow find a way to maneuver and work with them. So we also think of future training courses that are beneficial, because we look at the labor market, what is needed, and we ask experts about what the market we need in the future. So we don't concentrate on what is happening right now. So what will it be? What will happen in the future? And we follow their advice to train people. And we're setting up more training centers, doing counseling and telling refugees what is best. Because some of them, they come into the country, of course, they don't know what is happening. We share information about the skills that we need, and we provide all of that. So yeah, it's full of pictures, and thank you very much for paying attention to this. And we are happy for any kind of support and working with other organizations or individuals as volunteers, as fundraisers, because we're always looking for funds to provide more opportunities for refugees. And as you know, situation is different right now, but you know, we can only do what we can and use what we have to help the refugees. So if you know how we can get support in any way, please turn to us, and we are happy to work with you. If you also have an idea that can help, we are quite open. It's an organization of very young people. I always say to them, we need more crazy ideas, and we can develop that and help people. So if you have anyone, please approach me and my colleague. We have our posters as well, and leaflets, and we can share with you. Thank you very much for listening to me and paying attention to what we are doing. This is
Thank you very much, James. If you have any questions?
I have a couple of questions. So, first of all, the partnership that you have with the private sector, so you have it in Hungary or all over, I put all the questions together. So the partnership, is it in Hungary or is it in other European countries? The second question is there any support from the Hungarian government to the companies that are actually working together with you accepting refugees? So is there someone that is doing a mediation between the private sector and the groups that are working together with migrants? Then the third question is, when you have a partnership with the university, I've seen that you're working together with the university, and I realized that this started on a volunteer basis, but did you set up a partnership with the university, and are the industries that are working together with you connected with the universities as well?
okay. First about partnership with universities and companies. We are in partnership with companies that are based in Hungary, and organizations, around Europe. but in Hungary. So with other NGOs, of course there are it's a network of NGOs, and we work with them in different projects, and during conferences we meet. We do a lot of networking with other NGOs, but in Hungary and outside Hungary with the companies. So far, it's only with companies in Hungary. Some part of your question is difficult to answer based on the situation right now. Whether the university, the companies are supported by the government, yes, some of them I've had. I mean, it's not part of my job to verify that, but at least they've told me. And during the time we are connecting with companies for employment, they also give reasons. Some of them, not all the companies accept our offer to employ, but some of them just give advice. Hey, this is what the market needs now and what we need, so if you can train your people. But they don't openly say we're going to employ the people. There was a company that said, I remember, go to this place, they can train your people, but don't say that we are involved. Okay? I've had something like that, and I didn't ask more because I know why. To be honest, that happens. But anyway, I got good advice from those managers that I've met, and they are willing
so it's
to.
practically all on person-to-person basis.
Yeah. This is with our organization, and if we're able to convince them, but sometimes they're not very comfortable, and we understood the situation, but they did all they can individually to help our clients get jobs. With the universities, I mean, some of the companies, I mean, I know that Microsoft has training centers and collaborating with universities, but that has nothing to do with with the partnership of our organization and the universities. But we do it individually, I mean, to the universities. And we've been lucky, actually, not only with the universities, but companies, that whenever you go, and however serious and difficult it is with the migrant situation, when you go to a company or university, I always find someone, at least one person. So there are people who don't give a damn to what you're saying, there's always somebody there who will say, I want to listen to you, I'm ready to listen to you and work with you and figure this out. I experienced this in many of the universities I went to, and many of them still keep in touch. Sometimes they don't want to make it public, but I will work with you. I love what you're doing, and any way I can help you in my capacity, I will do to help you. And so, we don't want to blow it up, and we don't want to blow trumpets about that, but we are working together and they are doing their best. But it's sometimes we keep it within the organization and the institution. So, any other question?
If not, let's thank James again.
Thank you very much.